what I'm learning is most of the spirits here are from the 19th century. They had a very different perspective and approach to life than we do.
When you moved in here, you mentioned, they seemed a little hostile at first. The question I have, did you have, actually, you being a spiritual person, did you ever have the house blessed when you moved in? No. Okay.
I have mixed feelings about that. I don't think that act in itself really accomplishes much.
Okay.
I think being, whatever your connection, spiritual connection is, living that in the house and on the property is what changes things. But I came, I was terrified, which I find ironic. I lived in New York City most of my life, from Brooklyn, New York. And I was terrified, and yet I persevered. And I did everything I did was to bring positive energy. I mean, if you look at the windows, they're barely, they're not even 2 feet off the ground. There's a reason for that. I want to use as much light in this house as I can possibly get. And there was very negative energy. People had been attacked here, physically attacked. And we did do a cleansing. And Beth was witness to that and part of it. And that wasn't planned. There's just so many things that have evolved here. But it's different now. You said it. You haven't been here for how long?
Since early winter?
Last year.
Last year, yeah.
Right, so a year.
Oh.
And it's calm. It's at peace. They're at peace. There isn't. It's like getting rid of the crazies in the neighborhood. The crazies aren't here anymore. So
What do you think caused the crazies to go? I mean, what do you think that you did that might have changed that, or is it just that the groups coming in, constantly communicating, might have got rid of the negative entities?
No. If anything, they grew because of that. I think. I think it was a lot of things that I did. I think it was keeping a positive mental attitude about this place and not letting this place overcome me. And I think embracing the people who are here is huge. I would encourage anybody who lives in a haunted location, if you can be pretty certain it's not threatening, don't run away from it. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace them.
All right. So, Lily or Sarah or Joe, if you're here, can you say hi to us or knock on the wall, the door? By the way, my name is Sharyl.
My name is Martin. Be interested to get to know you guys. We're kind of all here for the same reason, to talk to you and try to communicate with you and try to get a bit of your story. We understand that there's some backstory leading up to a lot of what you guys have been doing around here. Is there anything in particular that you'd like to get off your chest? Is there anything in particular that's happened to you?
I'm pretty much echoing what's already been said. Got a bunch of equipment inside and outside, and we know that there's spirits here. So if you could please just let us know. We're not here to cause you harm. We're here just to get acquainted with you as best we can. So you see all the equipment scattered around. Please let us know. Emit some source of energy. Just let us know you're here. We'd love to talk to you.
heard a lot of stories about what might possibly be here at this location. Don't be intimidated by all the gadgets. I'm a gadget person, but it's really here just for you, just to try and communicate. Just go near any of these devices, and we'll know if you come near these devices. Just try and say any words, try and touch any of them, and it won't harm you. Just talk to us if you can.
Did you guys hear the bells?
I thought I heard the bells,
Yeah,
that's why I
that's-
leaned forward, because
Could you make the bells sound again, please? So my name is Steven, and if you don't know what all this stuff is, all I can say is don't worry about it. Do your best to just communicate, talk to us in any way that you know how. If you're happy, tap on something. If you're angry, tap on something. Give us a sign that you're here. The stuff that we're looking at right now that you are probably not, you don't know what it is, that's not going to hurt you. That's just because we can't see you and hear you, and it helps us do that. So if you could, please continue to try and give us a sign and communicate with us.
We see one of the instruments firing off, and I want to make sure that it's not contamination.
If you are here right now, if you could just let us know, sorry, that was my stomach for audio if it actually showed up. Just let us know, knock on something, pull on one of us. We're all willing to let you touch us.
I don't know how shy you are, but if you could go near this device right here that I'm pointing to, and you see the little blue lights blinking, the little pretty looking blue lights, if you could just go near either one of those little lights, your energy will change the air temperature for us, and we'll hear that you're here.
You're getting a bit of a temperature change.
It is cool in here, Robert, for audio, but it is changing. It's going up and down.
I can't ever get that. Not a draft. Not a draft on your side.
It just lowered.
it slowed.
There is a draft.
We have the ghost box with the Faraday shield on, and we are scanning in a downward direction at 100 milliseconds, and we have a nice mute button here we're going to use to silence it when we ask questions.
Whoever's here, can you tell us your name? Did you live here?
I think probably the most important thing in your life as a spirit is how you ended up as one. So could you tell us how you died?
Sarah, Joe, Lily, can you please communicate and tell us how long you've been living here?
If there's anybody here, not necessarily the spirits that are supposedly here, but anybody that might be migrating through here, just say hello to us.
Can you tell us, yes or no, did you die from cholera or consumption? Tell us yes or no.
When I came in, I could feel energy when I came through the door, but nothing specific. I went upstairs and to the room to the left of the stairs, straight forward, on the part of the house in the corner over here. I saw a man, mid-30s, brown hair, kind of had a farmer vibe to it. When I went into the room to the right that has the dolls, a little girl tugged my pants, blonde hair, and there was a woman there who I get early 50s, mid 50s, either white hair or blondish white hair, was standing in there. I've seen a man in the hallway since we've been sitting here doing stuff. Well, I've got about 3 things for you. I was going to the bathroom. I opened the door, and I think his name is Joe, was just standing in the bathroom. So I closed the door and came back out here. And then earlier, I was going out there with Martin. He was looking around in the shed, and we went over towards the barn. And the ropes that are on the left side of the barn just started to sway really hard. And then I looked over, and there was a tall black mass that looked like a man standing in the back right corner.
Okay.
Was not getting good vibes from the barn at all. I made Art go out there with me to put the recorder out there because I don't. Yeah. And then when we went upstairs to the little girl's room, it was just really heavy. And now since we've been down here, I've been getting touched and prodded. The ball was moved. The ball has moved clear off the X.
Really?
I told you I thought the ball moved. I told you I thought it moved.
Well, how about that?
Nobody's been up here.
Wherever everybody else is, ball has moved.
Flashlight? Okay, so
You can come
there's
sit back
a lot
with me
of
in the
people
hallway.
your room, and we're sorry. We're not trying to bother you. We just want to talk to you, and we just want to talk to you, and we just want to talk to you, and we're gonna read you a story.
What the?
Cinderella. What?
Did you guys not hear that?
That click? I thought it was you. Was that you?
No.
Did something drop?
It sounded like something just dropped right next to me.
It was just, it was like a loud,
I thought that was something that just dropped over.
Lily, was that you? Can you do it again? To her evil stepmom. And the evil stepmom was being invited by the king and queen to bring her daughters to come meet the prince at a grand ball. And when the man said, "Who's this?" she said, "Oh, she's no one. She's just a servant girl about Cinderella." And Cinderella was sad. She really wanted to go to the ball. Evil stepsisters get dressed and ready, and they left with their mother. And she was crying in the garden. And a fairy came down and said, "Don't cry, Cinderella," and waved her magic wand. And she was wearing a beautiful gown, and her hair was all done pretty. And she had glass slippers. And then the fairy waved her wand again and turned the pumpkin into a coach with 6 white horses. We are heading to the detector to the
Okay, that looks pretty creepy. That's still recording. I didn't stop.
It's this side, right? When you
Yeah,
stopped it?
yeah.
Okay.
But I had come over here and was listening, looking around, and that's how I got pushed from behind me.
You can touch my hair, you can tug on my jacket, but you may not hurt me in any way, shape, or form. We'd love it if you banged on something for us, if you came over and yelled in the recorder, and if that is you touching my hair, or whoever is touching my hair. I just grabbed my pendant and let it drop back to my neck.
Right in this area, frequently mediums sense, in this area, in this end of the barn, a violent attack against a woman, perhaps a murder and rape.
Are you the one that raped the girl in here? What the fuck was that?
That was me.
No, I heard a scream.